All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to Yah, pushing His truth throughout the four winds. All right, you can see the video's title, But What If He Doesn't? And just wanted to go into the times that some of the elect men are going to have to go through. Okay, the mind frame and all this should be, but what if he doesn't? Okay, this is Daniel chapter 3 and verse 14. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast in the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. So this is the ultimatum. This is the ultimatum right here. This is your options. Bow down and do something that you're not supposed to do because it goes against everything you stand for, your heritage, culture, and everything, or be put to death. Okay, because death, ultimately, the flesh doesn't want to die. Okay, and when you start dealing with that flesh and not want to die and things of that nature, it gets ugly. You know, you're going to have a lot of people fold. Okay, it says, and who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? See what I'm saying? See, this Nebuchadnezzar really doesn't understand that he was being controlled by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All these things were set up for this moment to test the faith of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, to see just how far they would go concerning Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said, O King Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. And he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. Now, this is the key point. 18. But if not, even if he don't deliver us, this right here is extreme faith, bruh. Unfeigned faith right here. Even if he don't, we are ready and willing to be burned alive to not bow down. This is the mind frame that brothers have to really constantly put themselves in, bro. In a place of, what if the Lord just have me be a martyr? Like, am I willing to go through with this? Okay. It says, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And brother, I'm pretty sure everybody familiar with the story. You know what I'm saying? They threw him in there, but instead of 3, it was 4. So the Spirit of the Lord was in there with them. Okay? And when they came out, they didn't smell like no fire, nor was a hair on their head burned. That's faith. So this is like a thought, like, what if the Lord doesn't? If you're under a guillotine and the Lord doesn't deliver you out of that situation? What if you're going to be tortured 10 days and the Lord doesn't deliver you out of that situation? Are you ready and willing to go through with that? Okay? Second Maccabees, chapter 7, it says, "It came to pass also that the 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die." So they jumped off from Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? From Jump Street, it was already like, man, you ain't even gotta go through with nothing crazy. We ready to die for what we believe in. Even if the Lord don't deliver us, we ready to die. You know what I'm saying? It says, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans of cauldrons to be made hot. Now this is basically like a big skillet. Now imagine that. You've cooked, you fried things in a skillet before. You know how hot it gets. Now imagine the thing going into that skillet is actual human. It's actually you. Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and to cut off the outermost parts of his body. So everything loose was cut off. Wow. It says the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. Now, when he was thus maimed and all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan, bro, for not tasting pork. You see that? That's faith, bro. And that's ultimately fear of Yahweh Shai. That's what that is, bro. That's fear of Yahweh Shai. It says, and as the vapor of the pan was full of a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, The Lord power looketh upon us, and in truth hath comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, And he shall comfort in his servants. So when the first was dead, after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. Okay? And when they had pulled the skin off his head with the hair, so basically you could say cut a portion of his, like the skin on your scalp or your forehead, took it and just ripped it back. Wow. It says, they asked him, Wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? But he answered in his own language and said, No. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order, as the former did. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, Thou, like a fury, takest us out of this present life, but the king of this world, the king of the world, shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. And that means payback. Okay? But the point is, this is faith, bro, and this is fear. This is faith, and this is the fear of Yahweh Shai, bro. Matthew 26, and this is the greatest example right here. This is Yahweh Shai. But just watch, you know? It says, Then said he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Okay? So that basically was Yahushua saying, but if you won't, this is what it's going to be. It just has to happen. Okay? But what if he doesn't? If it's his will, then it's going to happen. Okay? 42, it says, he went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my father, if thou cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. Okay, so you can just tell, man, when you get to a place of death, the whole scenario changes, bro. You know what I'm saying? It changes. The whole scenario changes, okay? But we have to be in the mind frame of to the end, okay? To the end, all right? 44, it says, and he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words, okay? So we know the story of Yahushua, but that's just something I wanted to put in brothers' heads, man. But what if he doesn't? What if the Lord doesn't say, I'll save you from that situation of a guillotine falling down on your neck? Or if your family has to take the mark, the chip, okay? What if he doesn't save him from that? What happens? Do you fold? Or do you hold fast to what you're supposed to be doing? Okay? Hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, and that was a great millstone. Peace and blessing to you, God, can push in his truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.